your talent show. Stop the violence. That's right. Use your talent. Use them. Stop the violence. Yeah. Use your talent show. From one heart to another, I lost two brothers. I had to brace myself for that devastating news, that senseless act of violence. Stop the violence. Use your talent.
I'm Octavious Davis, the program director for Gospel 1400 WZAZ. Have been for the past 5 years now by the grace of God, and I enjoy doing what I do in the field of radio. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, everybody.
I'm Octavious Davis, and also in the studio this morning, we got the Mrs., the loveliest, the praisadocious,
whatever, man.
Wanda P.
Yeah. How you be?
I'm doing pretty good this morning. Well, every morning typically starts out differently. One of the things about radio is you have to anticipate the unexpected. Some days I'll come in and have an opportunity to check my emails, check my voice messages, and take things from there. So a majority of my day is really focused on coming up with ideas and different ways to get ZAZ out into the community more, and also finding different elements to add to Gospel 1400's programming so that we can better service the listening audience here in Jackson. God opened the door for me to get into radio in my senior year of high school. Had absolutely no aspirations whatsoever to get into radio. But while in middle school and throughout my entire high school career, people would always ask me, had I considered getting into radio broadcasting. Took my youngest sister to a modeling seminar. The talent scouts heard my voice. They gave me the number to a radio station, and after that, now I'm here. Well, not, just then, but it was like a little window of time, Another way that I use my talents, I'm also the hip hop dance choreographer for the youth ministry at my church. I used to be a part of a hip hop dance team called GAbrams. There were two of us. We had the opportunity to travel across the country to minister to people in a form of dance. We've also had the opportunity to appear on the Gospel Superfest, which is a nationally televised gospel production with the country's top gospel artist. But my senior year of college, that door closed. The Lord was preparing me for my next season. So I still have a love for dance. I still have the opportunity to minister in the form of dance, but it's done through my church with pouring into the young people.
Use your talent. Help somebody.
My oldest brother, Hank Lloyd, he was gunned down in Washington, D.C., July of 1993. I was 13 at the time. I remember getting the phone call when my dad called me to make me aware. Though Hank was my stepbrother, he was still my brother. Having the opportunity to develop a relationship with him when I was still young, growing up, he was very influential. Though there was the distance with us living in two different cities, he encouraged me to start playing basketball, actually. He was an up-and-coming high school star playing basketball. Once he graduated high school, he had a 2-year scholarship to go to a junior college there. And then from that point, there were some things in the working as far as getting him on to Georgetown so he can play basketball for Georgetown. So, as a 10, 11, 12-year-old kid, you see your oldest brother going to the basketball court, playing ball and different things of that nature. And at that time, I didn't know how to play ball. So seeing him play, seeing how good he was, that inspired me to want to start learning how to play basketball because I wanted to see if I would ever get good enough to beat him one day. So, started learning how to play basketball and things of that nature. Unfortunately, never had an opportunity to play against him because he was murdered a few weeks after he graduated from high school at 18 years old. So now, with him no longer being here physically, it's just one of those constant reminders for myself that despite the enemy taking him out at such a young age, the family has still been able to turn that negative situation into a positive situation. Back in 1995, my stepmom, along with my oldest sister, they actually appeared on the Ricky Lake Show. They had an opportunity to speak to other mothers who had lost a loved one to encourage them. The story was also covered in Ebony magazine that same summer of 1995. The summer of 2002, As I mentioned, the dance group that I was a part of, we had an opportunity to go up to Washington, D.C., and my parents, they actually put on a celebration in remembrance of my brother. And you had different ministries from around the city who came out to support. One of the major radio stations up that way, Heaven 1580, they came out to support. My friend and I, we went up, and it was really, it really felt good being able to go and minister in a form of dance at that celebration in remembrance of my brother. Because when he was living, he never had an opportunity to see me dance either. But even though he didn't see me dance in the natural, I had an opportunity to dance on his behalf to minister to the other people that were present, and just believe God that those seeds that were sown really encouraged other people as well. So that's how Hank has inspired my life. Despite the tragedy, we've been able to turn it into triumph.
Stop the violence. Here we go. Use your talent. Help somebody.
I know when I was in DC back in 2002, having an opportunity to minister and dance, one of the things I think above all else that really blessed me, aside from the opportunity to, of course, minister and dance, but once we finished, there were at least 5 to 6 different parents who came to us with their kids saying, hey, look, this is my son. He likes to dance as well. You know, I don't know how you guys got started, but would you pray with him? And that blessed me, because most people look at hip hop dancing or the contemporary gospel or the gospel hip hop or what have you, and they'll immediately cast a negative stereotype. But God is using that in so many different ways to impact the lives of this next generation that's coming up. Prime example, this show that you're watching right now is impacting the lives of so many individuals, because truth be told, we can't do anything to prevent negative things from happening. We can't. As a matter of fact, Jesus said that with this life comes pressures, but for us not to fret, because he's already overcome the world. So as long as we're here, we're going to continue to have negative situations that come up. Pressures are going to still rise. But the good thing about it is God isn't the one who's causing those things to come about. He's our solution. He's not our problem. So if you find yourself still dealing with the loss of a loved one, if you find yourself still feeling bogged down with the pressures of life, know that God is your solution to your problem. So just make a decision to live for him. Make a decision to go to him, to run to him rather than running to codependency. And he'll make it hot, for sure.
Get screen to make CeeLo, Rag Shag.
Me, White Boy, New Blood Entertainment, messing with GAbrams and the Abrams family. Stop the Violence, Use Your Talents television show.
DJ Real!
That's how we do that. Stop the violence and use your talent, baby.
With Bungie Entertainment saying what's up. Y'all gotta stop the violence out here, man. Need to grind and shine, you know what I'm saying? Use your mind, use your talent. Don't worry about the violence, you know what I'm saying? Real about it, man. This raw from no love. Showing much love to everybody in the field, getting it and doing it. Holla back.
Hi everyone, my name is Steve Tamina with Stop the Violence, Use Your Talents TV show. We're looking for individuals who would like to volunteer and help us in our organization when we put on events like we're having. We're looking for individuals that would be willing to volunteer their time and their energies to help us when we go do shows or when we put on events to help us promote our organization, Stop the Violence, Use Your Talents. Again, my name is Steve Tamina with Stop the Violence, Use Your Talents. If you have any information for us as well, of people who have been murdered in Jacksonville and would like us to profile those as well, we can do that too.
Hi, this is Congresswoman Corrine Brown, and you're tuned into Stop the Violence TV show. This is a project that we've been working on for over a year, and it takes the whole village to raise a child, and we've given away to date over 175 computers.
Once I heard about the program, and knowing I had so many children under my wings, and I knew what they could do in my classrooms, I just knew how those computers could help them move forward. So I talked with parents, they helped me, so it was really a village project that we all worked together to help our children. And I know we're going to continue to move forward and do for our community.
Now, in order for a kid to participate in the program, they had to read 25 plus books, do a book report, have a mentor, and we have now over 200 kids in the community reading. So I'm very excited about it. I want to thank all the people that's participated in it, the parents, the school system, the teachers, also Vice Credit Union, who gave us over 600 computers. Community and schools have worked with it. So it's an example of what you can do when the community come together to work to benefit the kids. So I want to thank you for your contribution, what you're doing to bring awareness to the problem that we have in the community and how we as a community can work to make it better. One of my favorite scriptures in the Bible is, to whom God has given much, much is expected. So we all got to do our part. Thank you.
Stop the violence. Use your talent.
You're tuned in to Stop the Violence, Use Your Talents TV show.
This is Richard. And this is his picture when he was in the Navy. He was born February the 5th, 1969. And he was murdered September 22nd. 2006, he was 37 years old, and he was murdered on Norfolk Boulevard.
By Norfolk and Suffolk, where they kind of intersect that.
Yeah. I don't really know what happened. I've heard so many conflicting statements and stories, and one fella I talked with, he said that he was with Richard when he got murdered, and he said that they took so long to call the police after he was shot. And then somebody told me that when they took him to the fire station, that he told one of the firemen, I understand, that who shot him, but I'm not sure.
Stop the violence. Here we go.
Richard and I were very close.
We go fishing. He used to fish all the time. And Richard was a very good fisherman. And they would compete when they were out fishing. And Richard would call me and tell me, say that, oh, I caught more fish than everybody, even Dad. And so that was, and they enjoyed football together. Richard had season tickets to the Jaguars. He loved the Jaguars. And that's, basically a lot of it.
Yeah,
what
that's
happened.
just basically, I'm angry. I'm angry because I feel that he never did have an opportunity to do the things that he was blessed to do. and just really hurt.
And I'm also hurt because the person that shot him, I don't know why they won't come forth and they won't tell the truth about what happened, since he did name and say there were several people in the house. But with all those people in the house, I don't understand why JSO cannot find who was in the house. But
my wife, she's a little different than I am. I feel that all of this is just hearsay. We don't really know
that's true.
anything other than he's dead and he was shot in the heart.
Stop the violence. Use your talents, y'all.
He was murdered going to a house up on the porch at the front door. I was told that there was a problem going on the interior, and the shooting came from inside the house, and that he just happened to be at the door, coming in the door. And that's what I was told. And I was told that by the officers also. Other than that, I don't know anything. I just know that I miss my son, and it was so useless. I don't see any reason. I just can't think of why, what could have been. I just don't know. I really don't know. I've been grieving mostly, and just staying home. I don't have that spirit I had. I just don't have it. I don't have it.
But we are still giving. Yeah. We are giving family. We always give.
I don't have that get up and go. I don't have that rambunctious attitude that I had prior to his demise. I don't have that. Just that get up and go, that spunk. Because I just feel like something is missing.
We are still giving people, and that has not stopped. And we are always trying to help somebody. And we will continue to try and help somebody who needs help. So that didn't stop. I look at people differently now, and I think it's just because it's so recently since Richard, was killed. But as far as doing for people, I continue that because that's my nature. That's me. I love people just like Richard did, and I'm just try to help anybody I can. If I can help them, I will, and I'm continuing that. And we also are giving to different organizations, and because of Richard.
Use your talent.
Even though now we are hurt, and but we are going to continue to do good. You just have to do good. That's it. That's what God requires. Treat people right. He was an avid fisherman. He loved to fish, and he was a good-hearted person because he would fish and take people fish. My neighbors across the street, he would always make sure the older lady that she had some fish. That's what he would do. And he was good at collection. He was working in collection with his uncle, and he was good at that. That was another thing. He was good, but he just loved people.
Prior to working with his uncle,
he worked at our.
He worked at an international or world, I guess international collection agency.
Yeah, he has.
And he had won an award. I don't know where the book is now.
He has an award, yeah.
Where he was considered to be one of the best collectors of delinquent debts in the state of Florida.
USA.
In the United States. Okay.
United States. Yeah.
And he was just a good-hearted boy, and he had a gift of gab. I guess that's how he was such a great collector. And he always told me, you always try to help somebody. Don't kick a man when he's down.
Somebody. That's true. He would always tell me. And we took a lot of people in because Richard. Because of him. Our neighbor's son, we took him in. Just a lot of people we did for. They came here and they stayed in our home. We helped them, and because of Richard. Because that's the type of person he was. Good. He has all those trophies you see up there. The trophies, about 90% of the trophies up there are his.
He probably would have he had an opportunity to go pro in football, but he hurt his leg, or he hurt
his left ankle
in college in Louisiana, and it slowed him down quite a bit. But he was pretty good. He was a defensive end.
Yeah, he was very good at that.
They used to call him police.
Yeah.
He policed that backfield. He didn't let nobody do too much in the backfield.
Yeah.
When he went to Bethune, he played for them, or he made that team, I think. But he never, just never got the opportunity to just open up and go on and do what he could do. I think he went out for, what was the pro team here?
Yeah.
Tomcats.
Yeah, I think it was, yes.
Yeah, he went out and hit, and if I'm not mistaken.
That's what he loved. He loved football.
Yeah. He went out for the Tomcats. I don't know whether he made the team or not, but I know he tried out for them.
He loved football, he loved fishing, and he loved people. He would try to help anybody that was down.
Use your talent.
This gun buyback, that's not making a dent in the crime rate. Because, you know, some of the guns, the crooks and whoever they are, they just take the gun and go buy another one that costs a little more. I think the present administration, they need to put police aside, and they need to be concerned about the people. They need to talk to the people, because that house where Richard was murdered had whoever the officer in that beat should have known what was going on in the neighborhood. You know, from what I understand, I don't know. But I know Richard knew those people at that house. He knew all of them.
Police officers are doing what they can do, and they are no more powerful than the power that we give them. And if we don't get together and have neighborhood watch communities, meetings where we sit up and talk about what's going on in the community, and if we don't start talking with police officers instead of fearing them, these police officers act like they want you to fear them instead of helping you, or instead of being a person to protect and serve. These new policemen that we have here, they want you to say yes sir, no sir to them, and not recognize them as human beings with a job and a uniform. And they carry themselves in that manner. So consequently, we have a lot of young men walking around striking back at them, not trying to meet them and become their friends. They don't know them. They live in other neighborhoods. They don't even know what's going on in the neighborhoods that they work in. We don't have a rapport. These new police officers that are on the streets, they do not have a rapport with the black community, and that goes for the black officers also. I would like for someone that heard or saw
who was there
something or anything concerning this incident to give that tips number a call and let the officers know what you know. Because as I forestated, they cannot do any more than you allow them to do. If you don't help them, they can't do nothing. They're not psychic. You know, they can't just run to you. And then we got those out there that act that way, but no, they're not that way.
Another thing I like to say to the public, to the people, you know, who have young men and their children, is to know all of their friends. Try to get to know all of their friends and the people they visit, because these people, Richard knew. He knew those people, and we don't know them that well. Well, I won't say, but
remember, he was 37 years old.
Yeah, but I knew a lot of his friends. I knew a lot of people that he fraternized with, and I think this makes a difference when a person lives in the house with you. You should know everybody that they come in contact with as much as you can. You know, the friends, the people who they visit, because Richard had been visiting those people before. That wasn't the first time he had been over there to the house. And I think that whoever was in the house, they know who they are, and they should come forth and just tell what happened and be truthful, because it's going to worry them. They definitely can't sleep. They're not going to be able to sleep. I understand one of them say he can't sleep right now because the thing has been bothering him, but he won't come forth and be truthful, because God knows what happened, and I feel like JSO know some of the things that happened, and that's it. I mean, they know who owned the house. It's public record. Whoever owned the house, they should be questioned. You don't leave your house to strangers, and if that person wasn't there, you know, he knew who he left in the house, or she knew who she left in the house. So that's it. But I think sometimes it's fear, and sometimes, well, I won't say it, but it's other things that keep people from talking. They have been threatened.
Thank you for watching Stop the Violence, Use Your Talents TV show. This is your host, Jornado.
And I'm your co-host, Monica Mann. I also want to thank you for tuning in with us. So there you have it. We heard from Program Director Octavious Davis, and hope you learned some positive information from him, as well as Congresswoman Corrine Brown, also doing things to give back to the community. Make sure you tune in with us next week as we continue the documentary on the Jeffersons. Use your talent.
That's right.
Be useful. Never give in.
Stop the violence. Use your talent. God bless.
Stop the violence. Use your talent. Winners never stop. Winners keep going continuously. Are you feeling me? A positive mental attitude, sound physical health, put you in the right mood. Oh yeah. Harmony in human relations, freedom from fear, cause God made creation. What a sensation, hope for future achievements. It's time somebody start believing and receiving. Stop the violence. Use your talent. Oh, listen up now. Stop the violence. Stop the violence. Stop. Use your talent. Use. Stop the violence. Use your talent.
If you got any information concerning any violent crime, please contact your local officials. Tell someone. It may help. A lot of people don't understand it until it happens to them. It happened to me and my family twice. I lost a cousin and a brother. You got to stand up and make a difference.